I was looking. I was looking at old what's called highlights today.
Yeah.
Stephon Marbury.
Oh, Mario.
That man went to China and became a legend, in it?
Man, they became a legend over there, bro. You got a statue and everything over there.
Mm-hmm.
Then he came out with them shoes that look like skates. I ain't fooling with y'all.
That man better get out of Cleveland.
Mm. Lakers messing up.
Mm. That series over with, ain't it?
It ain't looking good, man.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing some talking, but
Junior.
all right, let's try this again. All right, this the What Up Cub podcast. We back again for another day to discuss hip hop, NBA, NFL, and other sports topics. How y'all doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty
Good,
good.
good.
There. Pretty good there now.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. You already know what my first question gonna be. No, not question, discussion. All right, what's up with y'all, Uncle? Uncle Shannon Sharpe. What going on with Shannon Sharpe, man? I thought Shannon Sharpe had a little bit more game than that. What going on with Shannon Sharpe?
Game more sense than it.
Man, when you got money, you can get away with everything. But that girl obviously was looking for a payday.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
You don't think he saw it coming? Well, of course he didn't see it coming.
And yeah, he had two people that came on his show and told him.
Yeah. And then you can only imagine the people behind closed doors were trying to tell him, "Hey man, look,
Mm.
Old uncle got caught up, and she was young too. Only thing I don't like is that I don't like they painting that narrative. I understand what everybody's saying about his age versus her age, like basically like what y'all having coming. I understand that, but I don't like how they paint the narrative because when they go to court, they paint the narrative as far as like he too young to be, he too old to miss. They all grown and legal.
yeah, that's the part that's
I
weird."
don't I don't like that. Do yes, y'all some of the stuff they say is I ain't gonna say correct, but it's understandable what y'all saying because it is a big age difference and what y'all having coming. But don't be painting that narrative as, especially the Breakfast Club, painting that to I got a daughter that age. Man,
Nah, stop that. They
nah,
they need to
they need to
they need
quit
to
that.
stop that because they don't say nothing when them young ladies be talking to them old millionaires, knowing them folks getting ready to die, so they can get all that money, and nobody saying anything about that. But you know what, man? It's just that's why that whole that's why that whole being black thing is like it makes it harder. Usually people use that as an excuse, and I ain't trying to use it as an excuse for Shannon Sharp, but you see it in live action where like it's okay when somebody else do it. You know what I'm saying? But when we do it, it's a problem. Like it's a big deal. Like believe it or not, Junior, as weird as this sounds, if if Shannon Sharp was dating if Shannon Sharp was dating somebody that was like if they were a millionaire and they were like 90 years old,
Mm-hmm.
they would have something to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could have charged this. Anybody could have said rape charges against this man. They could have been a 63-year-old woman, could have been a 42-year-old woman. It could have been anybody, but they like to add stuff. The media like to add stuff to it and make it look weird. But look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let somebody else get the floor. I think Shannon Sharpe was just moving reckless though. Like he was moving reckless and got caught up.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Stephen A. ain't getting caught up in nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't care how much junk y'all talk. I talk junk about Steve A.
Mm-hmm.
When last time you saw him get caught up on something like that? Not like that. If he get into some mess, it's work related, and he could revert that back to his to ESPN or things of that nature. But ain't nothing like off the court. That's
Stephen A.
crazy.
Stephen A. making them girls sign them NDAs.
Steve A ain't Steve A ain't
Apparently,
bullshit.
he tried to do the same thing, didn't
He did something wrong.
he?
Y'all believe that phone call was a mashup a little bit?
I believe it was edited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I think he still got caught up, but it was like I think it's still the edit a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was some stuff that was kind of because with AIG, there's so many things you can do around here now that what I'm saying you can edit some things, man, but he's still fucked up,
Only thing I'm gonna say is steal, destroy, and kill. That's what they did
Yeah.
their whole life.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yep. I'm with you, Nick.
When you make that type of money, like somebody said, you make that type of money, like you got to move different. Like
Gotta move
LeBron.
different. Mm-hmm.
See how LeBron be moving? They say LeBron be running away.
Mm-hmm.
So and shout out to I watching a show. I don't know if y'all know Rizza Islam, but anyway, he was saying when he out in public, when he take pictures a certain way. Cause he said he know how they is.
Mm-hmm.
He take pictures a certain way. He don't hug or he don't do none of that. It's crazy that he had to come to that, but hey, that's how the world is. Everybody looking for a payday.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on. So you slipping. That's within 2 years. I think within a year there were two or three mess ups.
Mm-hmm.
They both look like.
But Shannon Sharpe, rough. All right, let's move on to the NFL. NFL draft. What's some of the key takeaways from the NFL draft? In y'all opinion.
Shedeur got for free.
Think
Yeah.
that what it was?
Cleveland would have to pay him what, $40 million?
Yep.
Yeah, that second pick, they basically got him for free. That's kind of crazy.
But I saw some arguments on that Shedeur Sanders thing. Me personally, that was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, that was some bullshit. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all go ahead.
All right. Nick, you want to go first?
No, you can go ahead.
All right. Hold on for a second. Listen, I got a lot of points I want to talk about, but I'm gonna specifically talk about this Shedeur thing. Listen, the quarterbacks that were drafted. let's just keep it 100. This wasn't necessarily the best draft for quarterbacks. No, you mean probably wasn't even close. But listen,
y'all said that last time, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Cam Ward going above Shedeur. I can see that. But if we being honest, that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
I can't listen. Jackson Dart, SEC quarterback. I've watched this man play a lot. Matter of fact, I've watched a lot of SEC. Excuse me. I watched a lot of Ole Miss games for some strange reason. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of Lane Kiffin. I really don't know why I was watching a lot of Ole Miss games. But listen, Jackson Dart lost a lot of games for Ole Miss, in my opinion. Like it's just the decision making. And I mean, what I mean is they didn't lose a lot of games, but the games they should have won or that they had a chance, to me, Jackson Dart threw them out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was one game they were coming back. I don't remember who the opponent was, but I sat there and watched I think each time Ole Miss took the field, Jackson Dart threw an interception. He threw like 3 or 4 straight interceptions. Listen,
Man.
listen, New York Giants. I don't know what y'all doing. To me, y'all didn't draft too bad. I think they took Abdul Carter. I think the guy from Notre Dame, I think, or whatever. I like that pick. To me, you get Shedeur. I don't care what you know the what conference he played in, uh the competition, whatever. I don't care about none of that. This man was probably the most accurate quarterback in college football. Listen, for the New York Giants, y'all had to deal with Daniel Jones for the last 3 or 4 years. Probably the one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks I've ever seen. If anything, with that wide receiver that I got, Neighbors, I think that's his name. I would want to have an accurate quarterback. So taking Tyler Show out of Louisville, listen, I
Mhm.
I haven't seen any footage on this man, but I did see that combine footage. Bruh,
Terrible.
listen, the next quarterback off the board, the fourth quarterback off the board was Jalen Milroe. Shout out to Jalen Milroe, Junior. I know you're gonna get to that, so I ain't gonna spend too much time on that.
Mm-hmm.
But and then Dylan Gabriel. Uh didn't he lose his starting job at Oklahoma
Hmm. And transferred.
and transferred to listen, Junior, I'm with you. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. I don't care about that Deion Sanders shit. Like, as a GM, there's no way. As a GM, there's no way I'm putting my job on the line just because y'all think that this man may be cocky or whatever. Putting my
As a
livelihood. No. Go
as a
ahead. Go
player
ahead.
on those teams, you'll be mad because like they really don't care about winning if they pulling stuff
Right.
like that. Because everything was completely intentional where they was moving
Yes.
around him.
Yes.
Exactly. It was. I got some
For
points to
the
make, but my
and for the
point's not
Steelers to
analytic.
pass up on her and they don't have a quarterback at all. I'm like, come on.
To my
But
Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
that's the main thing.
it's crazy.
Junior, let me say one more thing for you take over. For for Pittsburgh to say that they were eyeing next year's class for a
That,
quarterback,
that don't make no sense at all.
knowing that you got two number one wide receivers on your team, Pittsburgh, what are you doing? That's how I know that they ain't fooling us, bro. It was straight bullshit. Go ahead, Junior.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. The points I got is not analytical like y'all. My points is that other bullshit. Go ahead, Nick. What else you got to say about the Shedeur?
No, that was it. It was just that whole draft was they moved like that on that draft on purpose. I think they all knew Cleveland was going to eventually take him in that fifth round. That's why nobody
Mm-hmm.
touched him.
Mm-hmm.
He's originally going. What Cleveland had the second or third pick.
Yep.
They
The
originally were going to do that. I think they all was in cahoots together with that shit.
yep.
Just trying to
Mm-hmm.
teach him a lesson or some crazy. That
Mm-hmm.
shit kind of racist low key.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of
I'm
people
glad you
saying.
I'm glad you said it, Nick. It was like based on some rich old boy type shit.
Exactly. That's why he didn't go to the NFL combine. It's set
Because
up that same way.
because they exactly because they were setting that shit up like they were trying to teach Shedeur and Deion Sanders a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
But Deion Sanders, he probably knew that he was gonna drop the fifth round, but he knew it was gonna be some BS coming.
Mm-hmm.
And let me make another point. They talking about he was being too cocky. As a quarterback, you want people mix cockiness and confidence. They mix that up. I believe he is really confident because and also they come from his background. And Deion Sanders is very confident. And it comes from his background, and he's a rich kid too. How many rich kids you don't know that's real confident and like that?
That's what they ain't like. That's honestly what they don't like.
He come from money. Deion Sanders throughout his years spoke life in it, and he's a quarterback, so he supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody lean on him anyway. He's supposed to be like that. Now,
So
my
he be a
thing
good
is,
leader.
if him being confident but also be respectful, I believe he's respectful because Deion Sanders raised them boys right. Now people trying to change the narrative. Like, come on now, that was a bunch of bullshit, and they were trying to I they were trying to basically show Dion like, hey, we got y'all. We the big dogs around here. But they ain't never said that shit to uh the Mannings. Come
Mm-mm.
on now. They ain't why ain't Archie
Yep.
Manning them? They ain't never say no shit to them. Peyton
Yep.
Manning one my favorite quarterback. But when Eli coming in, Eli was a good quarterback too. But why they ain't saying that when they were coming in?
Yeah, when they orchestrated that trade, and he said, "I ain't playing for San
Wait till the
Diego."
arts time.
Yep. But
Cause
you know what?
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man. You know what? It's they had it all set up to make Shedeur and Dion technically the fall guys to make it
Mm-hmm.
all them old sound bites to cover their prejudice. Man, I'm telling you, it's just like what they did
Mm-hmm.
back, to an even greater extent to like what they did with like Malcolm X and all that shit when they was lying and just using all that propaganda to make the people look bad
Mm-hmm.
when it's them is what they were doing. But it makes it makes you root for them harder. That's why like Shadeur's already leading in jersey sales.
Mhm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so, but anyway, go ahead, Jay.
But yeah, that a lot of that was a it was bullshit. Uh, it's a lot of things as far as like the black dad. I'm gonna go down this lane. The black dad, especially in sports society, they always trying to have a certain narrative. People tend to forget when LaMelo Ball and LeVar Ball then when they came in,
Mm-hmm.
that man was doing everything for his son, like Deion Sanders doing. Everything a black dad was doing, they trying to spin a negative narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
people need to pay attention to that. And also, y'all, everybody need to pay attention to the sports analysts. Even some of the analysts that we like. I ain't talking about Steve A. Smith this time, but some of the analysts that we like, you can tell some of these owners got power too. Cause I'm
Yep.
like, when I be seeing they take, I'm like, you really believe that shit?
I forgot that Colin Hurd, whatever his name is, that dude did a complete 180 on Shedeur Sanders on what he was saying. Then after that
Mm-hmm.
happened, he had a completely different take on that. Like, boy, look
Mm-hmm.
at this. These folks full of shit. And they
And
all
that
try to put it on Dion. Like, that ain't
Hello.
that man.
what's
What's up,
going on?
Mari?
I spend
Hey,
y'all racism off on Dion saying his fault.
Exactly. And they could and it like you said, it's propaganda because wherever some people is, wherever them folks say on TV, them people are gonna believe it and agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
bruh,
So that's why they do that shit.
bruh, the Las Vegas Raiders selected Tommy Mellett from Montana State. Now listen,
Boy, you know you on mute, dog.
all I'm saying is
Stanley yelling.
they also took Cam Miller from North Dakota State. So
Y'all pause
they
that
went
video.
they went to the
Man,
FCS and
Turn that down some more, boy.
bro, who are all these players, bro? Anyway, um, Junior, to you and Neat point, um, these analysts, you could tell the power that they got. You could tell the not so popular analysts, the ones who don't get that much airtime. Like it was this guy during the draft. That man was so blown. He said he could barely even speak. He said, I just can't sit here and believe that Shedeur Sanders, probably the most accurate quarterback in the draft, hasn't been drafted yet.
Mm-mm.
And he was just like, and then I don't know what happened, but I don't remember seeing that man anymore after
They
that.
took that
So
man off.
Neat. I don't know. You and Kendall, y'all probably did saw that. Y'all probably saw more than me. Y'all saw that once Shedeur got drafted. They had it was ESPN. I'm gonna go and say this shit. ESPN, it had Mel Kiper. How you say that man name? He do the
Mel Kiper Jr.
he was
Yeah, the
going
Copper
off
Jr.
and they
Yeah.
kept cutting him off.
Oh
They,
yeah, I noticed that.
they
Mm-hmm.
kept
Yeah,
cutting
I
him
saw
off.
that.
And
I saw
everybody
that
was
thing.
against him.
Yeah.
Even one of the analysts, I ain't gonna say his name because I actually like him. And he's good people, but still, I was like, I know you don't believe that shit. Like
Yeah.
his take, I was like, y'all, come on, y'all know there was some bullshit. Then everybody tried to cut him off. It really don't matter now. He got dressed. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, them owners got
Yeah.
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And Mel Kiper, you tell he don't care. He was like, man, y'all know damn well he should
Yeah,
never
because
went to the 5th round.
Mel
Even be
Kiper
with a
been
different
doing
station.
Mel Kiper been doing it for 100 years. You can tell he don't give a damn. He was just like, look, he was just like, he said, man, y'all tripping, bro. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Fucked up, man.
Kim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that drop a rig against them. Big
Mhm.
time.
Every time the Steelers and the Raiders came up on the board, I was like, man, what is y'all doing?
I was like, ain't no way.
Bruh.
Ain't no way.
Brett, y'all took 2 FCS quarterbacks.
As a player on them teams, I'd be
Who?
mad. Like, trade me.
The Raiders.
Who they pick?
They took Cam Miller from North Dakota State and Tommy Mellett from Montana State.
I don't know them folks. They could have spent out. They could have got Shedeur and went somewhere else.
I thought all them folks with them names you
Great.
them generated names, user generated.
Them generic names.
Them names you used to play NCAA back in the day. And
Get into that 5th or 6th year.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'd be like, man, I've been playing this too long. I don't know none of these folks.
Woo. But what else? What's some other takeaways? Y'all believe Travis Hunter gonna make an instant impact?
Hell no. That's Jaguar.
Hey,
I actually do think he's gonna make a
for that
impact.
reason.
Because he with the Jaguars, but I actually like that they took him. So I'm actually excited about that. So yeah, Junior, question.
Oh yeah, the Saints also.
The Saints, bro. No. Hey, I'm glad I'm not a Saints fan, bro. Look, everybody out there, I know a lot of Saints fans, bro. Them niggas is down bad, bro. So
Them niggas could have took Jalen Milroe.
you ain't lying, because the nigga they took, I don't even know who. Excuse me, the young man that they took. Oh, that was the Tyler Show dude. Who the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Hey man.
When I saw he went off the board, like, yeah, that just confirmed what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, because look, you could tell people watching the draft, some analysts, they were trying their best to look look normal, but them folks were squinting their eyes like they needed some glasses on. Them folks were struggling, but
that's why I don't watch NFL no more. I always find it made that black people always got to change
yep,
to fit in,
You right.
but white people they come as they are.
yep.
What kind of shit is that? I
They
seen
changed.
this. I seen this tweet about Cam Ward. This I guess it's an official NFL channel. He like, this how you supposed to come. He got a thin necklace on, got his alumni pin on, clean cut. I like, you know how racist that shit is? They don't even care.
They don't care at all. Like You know, at one point, we know a lot now. At one point, even our own people were talking
Oh, for
against
sure,
us
for
because
sure.
if a person have locks, that's natural hair. If a
Mhm.
person have locks, they're talking against them. You know, you can't have locks. Now, being presentable, one thing, yes, but you can't talk nobody against that natural look. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Why we have to change to appeal to others? Come on
Y'all,
I
now.
don't
y'all,
get, man, that
y'all
shit
know
crazy.
them combines ain't nothing but
Mm-hmm.
modern day slave trades.
I just said that before Britt came in, and
Mhm.
that's why
Yeah,
Shedeur didn't go to it, and that's why they doing what they doing to him.
yeah. But I think he's probably setting a lane because why would you go to? I understand why would you go to it, but look at from another standpoint. Why would I go to it? You already saw what I did in uh,
Mm-hmm.
college football. Why I had to come and approve? If I go to a combine, it's more. I have more to lose than anything if I go.
I ain't gonna lie. If I
But
was
It's
Shador,
pointless.
it depends. It's both. You can look at either side. I'm just
No,
coming from that
I
side.
think I think it's pointless. Like you did 4 years of college football. I mean, from high school to college, you don't have to do nothing in between that.
Brad, I'm with you.
Mhm.
Whatever you getting ready to say. I think I know what you getting ready to say.
let me see. All right, so if I was Shador after that fifth round, I would have said, "Don't draft me,"
You're
and I
right,
would,
Barry. I
I
would
would
just
have
went to the
traveled
training
out
camp.
wherever I went.
Yep.
He was gonna get.
Originally, I thought that was the plan. Was I thought he was going to skip the draft and just walk on to wherever he wanted to try out. It.
Yeah.
And all these teams, shit, somebody would have gave him an opportunity,
I
but
don't know
it's crazy.
how full of shit they were with their draft. They might have just denied him at the door.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ooh. But this right here gonna make it the his story much greater because I ain't never watched no damn Browns on TV. I don't be watching
And
now.
no,
You
I don't think so, Junior. I think the Browns gonna when they drafted him, they wasn't even excited about it.
think they gonna be still gonna do some bullshit
I
about
I think he's about to get sabotaged, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that with them quarterbacks there, especially with Gabriel there, I think they gonna make it so difficult. I mean, to me, it's a situation where I think he can thrive, but if the fix is already in, I think they're gonna try to make it to where they end up making Dylan Gabriel the starter, um, or at least back up behind Flacco, and then say, look, man, all Shadeur can do is be a third string quarterback on a
Mm-hmm.
team where we ain't really got no good quarterback. So
I got one
um
take out you finna say.
I do that after that first year.
All right, hold on.
Get
I'm gonna
me in
say
my
this.
contract.
This the first time. Well, this ain't the first time because we actually said it before. All of us said it before. I do see one instance that if everything y'all saying is true, they're gonna sabotage Shedeur. I don't know
mhm,
how they gonna make that work. But shit, they make anything work.
mhm.
Only one that can help Shedeur out is the unthinkable. Who y'all think?
Yeah.
Jared Jones later on. The reason I say that is Jared Jones raises too, but he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He a
And
slave on his damn self.
he care about jersey sales and all that other shit. And he'll bring he'll bring some shit in, make a trade or something, but that'd be years down the line. But I see him making that shit work. If it's true what y'all saying, that's the only one I can see.
I mean, they basically told he a third string quarterback without telling him that Joe Flacco your
Mhm,
Mm.
number one. Then you take another quarterback before him. Then you draft
mhm,
him. They basically
mhm.
said, "Hey, you the third string coming into this thing." So
Then
work.
that Deshaun Watson was not hurt.
He's still
Some
on the team.
Oh,
some
That
of the
yeah.
nigga
analysts
just retired.
some of the
Hey man,
analysts said he should go in and start right away. Or they
hey
just saying
man,
that shit.
Oh,
it's
100%.
hey man, it's over with Deshaun Watson. You put that out there. It's a wrap.
100%. Because he's the only person that could be in the number one pick. Besides Cam Ward, and
Yeah.
for him to slip that far, yeah. That's what I'm saying, that he should be walking in as a starting quarterback, but he gonna walk in as third string.
Mm-hmm.
They about to sabotage that young man.
He just don't sign that rookie contract.
Well, I don't know nothing about no NFL contracts, so I ain't gonna say that.
I mean,
But
that Rick contract, I don't think it have anything to do with your position.
because someone will talk about all you gotta do is go in and just put the work in, and he gonna put the work in anyway. But you still have to have. Come on now.
If they already trying to sabotage you, man, like it's just almost like I don't know, man. I just hate that they doing it to a young man because he don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it at all.
Oh,
So I don't watch that shit no more. Race that league.
mm-hmm.
That shit crazy. Cause I was thinking he making that much money. Now this just me talking out my head now. Before we move on, I was thinking it just say he just don't be in the NFL. He go to that'd be next year though. He go to the XFL. Man, he still won't generate enough tickets though.
I don't know now.
Cause they could charge their own prices and shit. They can make something happen. I don't know how they'll make something happen with that. The XFL. That's tough. That's still tough though. But hey, he can make a lane in the XFL though.
That's why this is why they need another league to
Like a G League.
not even that, just like another like I mean that's a good idea, but like just like another league period, like somewhere where you can go like back in the day when they had the USFL and
Mm-hmm.
or the Canadian. I think they still got the Canadian Football League, the CFL. I think, but like it's like they just need something else, man. Because these folks be on there. How you made that? These folks be
Because
on
that
there. Ooh.
some of the highlights that I be seeing with the XFL, they do actually be playing pretty good
Mm-hmm.
football. They just don't have no. To me now, to y'all might still know some player, but to me, they don't have no big names out there to attract some people, regular household people that
They said
straight
Bo
like football.
Scarborough
They
still
gonna
playing.
who?
Bo Scarborough.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for the Birmingham Stallion, but it didn't work. Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, Neat.
Yeah.
The Kobe Dean finna lose his job, man.
What happened?
Who the Eagles draft?
No. Get small money. No.
Some folks said they
Boys
Pittsburgh
gonna get
Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers said they waiting on Carson Beck next year.
Terrible. Nah, small money good, Britt, but nah, he ain't quick on the reach like Nicole Dean is.
I ain't gonna lie, to Kobe Dean, he a true middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm. Because when he sniff out a run, it's downhill real quick.
I wish that niggas just didn't stay hurt all the damn time.
That small good, he's solid too.
Hey, Junior,
I mean, he'll one on a different team.
Junior, before you move on, I want to talk about the undrafted people that didn't get drafted.
They got
Okay.
name. That job was terrible.
Go ahead.
Bruh.
Quinn Euro.
No, I'm talking about the running back from Michigan. I don't know if he just didn't have a good year or
Yeah, that
That Corey
was
dude.
no, the Edwards dude. Did he
Oh
not
yeah.
play or something?
Donovan Edwards. He ain't no good yet.
Because I was like, damn, I didn't think that man went from the cover of college football to not getting drafted. I know Ewers didn't get drafted either. I don't know. No, Ewers did get drafted. He got drafted by the Dolphins. But
RP Tour Saturday.
who? Oh,
Yeah, that man job gone.
Motherfucking,
That man fall down one more time. Oh,
bro, what happened? Drew, what happened to Isaiah Bond? I
He
know he
didn't
got
even get
this.
drafted.
I know
Terrible.
he. I know he got that sexual assault thing going on, but
I
I
saw
heard he.
that.
I heard he countersuing though, so it might not even be true. But for him not to even get drafted, man, that man left Alabama, said he wanted to improve his draft stock and went to Texas. He still underperformed at Texas, but
Mm-hmm.
just people just got to make better decisions, man. What's the quarterback from Florida State? Yuga Lately, or how the fuck you say his name?
DJ ukulele.
No, that man,
Yeah,
he sniffed a draft, didn't it?
yeah. Nah, he
You
he didn't get drafted, but he signed with the Chargers.
said
He
with the charge?
playing.
Yeah, he signed with the Chargers.
They gonna have a
Um,
cut before the season start.
shit.
Oh.
I think that Auburn quarterback signed with the.
What?
Stupid.
I think the Auburn quarterback signed with like what was his name?
Thorpe?
Thorpe. Yeah, Thorpe. He signed with
Terrible.
fucking Chargers or some shit. I think was it the Chargers or I don't know, man. Shit's funny, man. I mean, it ain't funny. Y'all know what I mean.
Mhm.
Right.
But all I'm gonna say is that it's a number of players that I thought was gonna get drafted
That didn't get drafted.
that didn't get drafted, man. I think I know South had a few players that obviously they didn't get drafted, but they went to they signed free agent deals. So
Damn. Anybody grab Brady Cook?
you heard of that?
He was a quarterback from Missouri.
Oh,
Damn.
damn. Hold on. I'm gonna have an answer for that in just a second. Let's see. Cook went to the Jets.
Oh, he signed with the Jets. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he signed with the Jets. Peyton Thorpe went to the Bengals. He went to Cincinnati.
I'm gonna play too much.
So what y'all rate the NFL draft this year?
Shit,
Terrible.
trash, bro. Shit, trash, bro.
I think it's
Trash.
one of the worst, if not the worst draft. I ain't even front. That shit was
I can
terrible.
I can't even think of a draft that was worse than this one.
Ooh.
They said
NFL.
P. Diddy's supposed to be coming out here with his own NFL some sort thing.
Who?
Master P, Rick.
Who?
You said Master
Rick.
P or P Diddy?
I hope you
No,
said Master P.
I said P. Diddy.
Oh shit, it's over with.
Rick play too much.
All right, let's switch over to the NBA. Killer, what the Lakers gonna do tonight? They down 3-1.
They on right now.
I'm over with 9.
So far they only down by. So far they've been
6.
playing like trash. They only down by 3, I think. Or I don't know. My TV might be behind y'all, but they only down. They ain't down by that much. But shit, they was yeah, they were down by 13 points at one point. So look at this shit.
So what the Lakers got to do? What do you think they have to do to
That shit over with, man. Hey,
who you putting the blame on, Kim?
honestly, I'm putting the blame on
Luke.
the GM, like the GM, like they didn't go out and get no center like they were supposed to. They ain't got no damn point guard. I know Luke is supposed to be the point guard, but he can't be the damn point guard. So I just look, I'm sitting here like, as much as they clown the White Howard, we could have used that nigga travel. But as much as oh my God, yeah, I'm blaming Luca too. This nigga just shot an air ball. Listen, they Oh man, it just makes my head hurt. The White Howard could have gave us great minutes, bro. I don't care what they say about how old they got. Luke out here playing. I mean, they got JJ Redick out here putting small ball out on the court, and Timberwolves is just going to work.
Yo, I got a question. So I don't watch basketball that much anymore.
Go ahead.
So do the Lakers not have a bench? Cause what JJ Redick pulled that last game, LeBron too old for that shit.
They were, people were criticizing them, but my rebuttal to them criticizing this man is who the hell else they were gonna put in the game?
That's what I'm saying. They don't have a bench.
Gabe Vincent can't hit the side of a barn, and then motherfucking the guy that they signed from G League, he got good defense, but he can't do anything else after that. Austin Reeves been playing like trash. They ain't been playing bad. But they ain't been playing Dalton Connect. You know what, man? Listen. I want y'all to hear me out.
Go down by 10 points. Game over.
I want y'all to hear me out. The Bronny James actually wouldn't be a bad player to play right now because they ain't got no athleticism out there. They need some defense out here. Look at that shit. Hey, man. Listen, this shit over with. Junior.
It's over with.
Shit over with, man.
Yeah, you can hang it up. LeBron just threw the goddamn threw the damn ball away.
Look at that shit.
It's crazy. I feel like LeBron probably got maybe 1 or 2 more years left in him.
All I know is that it was an opportunity for him to win championship. I don't know why the fuck they thought that just because they got Luka, that they were that all of a sudden they were just going to be unstoppable. I mean, they look good.
That wasn't going to work.
I mean, they look good.
Having AD on the team was actually a better fit.
God damn, they look good during the regular season, but shit,
I'm about to start some shit now. All right, Killer. I'm finna start some shit now.
That nigga can't work.
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird had an era, right? All right. Michael Jordan had his era, right? LeBron his era.
LeBron ain't had no damn era, huh?
Hold on. How many championships LeBron got?
Shit, it seems like he only got 3. He got 4.
We gonna kill him. I know we just said kill, but we gonna say this LeBron era, right? We just gonna say it for right now. Hold on. How many championships? Kill him. This goes back to your argument. I don't know you remember. You said it long time ago. All right, how many championships Curry got?
Curry got 4 too.
He got 4, don't it?
Yeah.
So Curry got 4 championships in the LeBron era.
Yep.
Is it really LeBron era?
Hell no. Nah. That shit. It about 6 different people era. Goddamn. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. If LeBron lose and Curry win the championship this year, which I think is highly unlikely, but it just say he win the championship. How did the GOAT conversation change? I been telling people this is a gray area now with Curry.
Let me tell you something.
It's a gray area.
I hate basing that conversation around rings. I just don't like
that. That's why I said it getting gray area now when you.
Well, Nick, I hear what you're saying, but I actually don't think the conversation is necessarily based around ring. It's just that.
But that's how most people started. But
I think
that's how they ended too. Like, who got the most ring? Like, okay.
I think well for what Junior's saying, I think that if during the so-called LeBron era, if you say like, all right, let me give you another example. That's just like the Jordan era. If we say that, hey, Karl Malone got 5 rings during the Jordan era, I think that hurts Jordan. Like I think it hurts him because like in the Jordan era, but one of the staples for Jordan is that no one got championships in his era, like except for like if you say the '90s is his era, you got to think about it. You could say the Detroit Pistons got it in '90, then it was the Bulls, then you can say
The
Houston
Rockets got
Rockets.
it 94, 95.
The
Well,
Rockets got it in 2 years.
he wasn't there during that time.
Right. So it's like
He
you
wasn't
can't
there
even
in
really,
99 neither when the Spurs won it.
right. So it's like you can't even say it's like the only team you could say that got the championship during the Jordan era was the Detroit Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at the end or the beginning of the '90s. So it's just like you can say, and the reason why they call it the Magic and Bird era because nobody else was winning during that era. I think the um I think the 76ers may have stole one up in that during that time somewhere, but and the
So,
Detroit Pistons got one at the end. So
with that being said, the conversation kind of invalid for the last 20 some years because everybody been winning rings over the span of 20 years.
Edge age.
yeah, if you think about the Kobe era, let's just say if you think about the Kobe era was from 2000 2010. Kobe won 5 championships in the span of what is that 11 years, which means that the only other team that won was the San Antonio Spurs and the Detroit Pistons and the Celtics, I think, and the Celtics. So the number is heavy for the Lakers on that end. But then think about it. After 2010, the last time that Kobe won championship, you think about that. Man, everybody will win damn championship after that. We talking about the Heat won, fucking Spurs won, the Mavericks won, fucking Toronto Raptors won, motherfucking
Did the
the Golden
Celtics
State
get one?
Warriors. The Celtics kind of I don't know what the fuck era this is now. This is I don't know what the fuck you call this shit now. This the everybody era because ain't nobody dominating. So to Junior's point, if Steph was to get another one, it does kind of murk up the conversation a little bit, but they still gonna say LeBron James is the best, even though these teams have just been falling short. Man, this shit is depressing, man.
Yeah, because shout out to all the smoke. All the smoke brought up that conversation. And I'm like, you know
Okay.
what? That's a good conversation to have on a podcast. I'm like, Hiller mentioned that a couple years ago, and he was right. I was like, dang. Whew. All right, who else we got in the playoffs right now? Warriors and Rockets. Speaking of Steph Curry, they lost today from 131 to 116. So Golden State still lead 3-2. You think the Warriors gonna come out that series?
They're gonna take it to 7 game.
Yeah, I actually think it's going to 7, but I think the Warriors gonna win in 7.
Steph Curry had 13, but if he ain't hit no 3-pointer, that shit sold up.
All right, the Clippers and the Nuggets. At one point, everybody was saying the Clippers was clipping. The Clipper was clicking. The Clippers was clicking at the right moment, but they still are down 3-2 in the series against them. You think the Clippers go? You think they can go 7 games? Those both of those teams.
Only if James look when I tell you a lot of people keep talking about Kawhi Leonard, but James Harden got to come out and play, bro. That's the only way this game is going to 7 games. If not, If not, Denver gonna beat them next game.
Series over with then.
If James Harden don't have a if James Harden don't have a big game, it's over because Jamal Murray, they don't have anybody that can stop him. They let Russell Westbrook come off the bench with 21 points. That man was putting in work. Bro.
Russell Westbrook. What?
Yeah, he
Man on the
been putting
Clippers?
in. No, he on the Nuggets. They talk
What?
about Westbrook, but Westbrook was the reason they won the first game.
Me, the last time you probably heard about Westbrook, he was on the Clippers.
He was on the Clippers.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the Pistons versus the Knicks. We're going to some better games now. Pistons versus the Knicks. Who coming out of that? I think New York gonna take that.
Yeah, the Knicks.
I think Pistons won today. That was yesterday. Won 106 to 103. But I think the Knicks gonna take that. Then we got the Celtics moved on from the Magic. Which everybody knew that. That was gonna happen.
It should have been a sweep.
That motherfucker got tore off the frame. 120 to 89 yesterday. God damn. All right, let's go to some real basketball. Now, real basketball. And me personally, I like all this fighting and shit. They going back to real basketball, like they care about the game. Goddamn.
They call foul like little punks and shit.
What game I want to start with?
What I hate when they call them double technicals. I'm like, come on, man.
Let's start. All right, let's start with yesterday overtime game. The Pacers versus Milwaukee. Now that last possession, what's the Pacers main player name? What's his
Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, I seen that boy there.
Nah, you saw you saw him made that
get whooped. That nigga deserved to get whooped.
What you say, Jane?
Saw that boy score the last point on Giannis. Now I like shit like that. Now, if you gonna win the game, you gonna win the game on the best player off the other team.
Especially when they were calling that man overrated. So
that boy took him to the hole. Paul,
man, he did what?
I like shit like that. I even like all that shit that happened at the end. Even though I think old boy Daddy wrong, but I like that shit. I like shit like that. That make the game exciting. You need some excitement. Everybody's so soft now. Goddamn. Man, them folks, they're supposed to get in
if that was game 7, I would have told Giannis go and choke him out one time. He ain't do no more.
I mean, he might well season over with. You might well.
Do y'all think his dad was wrong, Kim?
Yeah, he wrong. Ain't no doubt about it, bro. Like, because see, my thing is like, had you got punched and got your jaw broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause see, you think about the repercussions that could have been all the way around. Cause like, you think about what if Giannis being mad? What if he had jumped on the man? Now Halliburton come out there fighting. Now what if Halliburton get hurt? He got to go play in the next round. You see what I'm saying? Like with all due respect, Dad, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Like, you ain't even on the court playing. Like, I understand that you happy for me, but be happy on the sideline, bro, because you putting yourself in danger. You put me in danger. Now I got to act, and we trying to win out here.
I understand you talking shit on the
working with my money, man.
On the sideline, cause everybody talking shit. But why the fuck you on the court for?
Why you on the court? Ball hit that. Oh, I'm ball.
Why you on the court?
Hey man, side note. I see why Vincent fuck is his name? Gabe Vincent. I see why he out here playing like trash. This motherfucker got on damn house shoes, some shit like that. This motherfucker got on some K Swiss, goddamn. That's why he playing. That's why he playing so terrible. Go ahead, Junior. Just wanted to.
But yeah, that's one thing I disagree with. Shaq was saying that comes with the game and the territory, which it does. But his ass should have never been on that damn court though. He should have never been on that court. So the Pacers came out. Go ahead.
Junior, you think Uncle Nate would have ran up on Giannis like that?
No, my daddy. I don't think my dad would have talked junk. He'd be talking junk to us.
Mm.
My daddy would have caught that man outside.
My dad would have been Brick. You could have shot that better. Brick had a 40-point game. So you could have did this better.
Nothing like that.
Nigga be out there fussing, boy.
Was out there playing basketball, playing the whole game. He talking about some hustle. Dad, I'm fat.
All right, what's the other game?
That man Sharpe.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
What else really do?
All right, what about the Cavaliers?
Damn. Brett Watch did. He didn't do nothing.
The Cavs swept the Heat. God damn.
He shouldn't even have been. We should have put about 5, 6, 7 guys together and went out there and played against the Cavaliers. We won.
Why do you folks getting whooped like that, Killer? The Cavs swept the Heat. What that was?
Well,
that was Monday.
Hey, Brett.
138 to 83. God.
Brett, we would have got it. Them folks would have at halftime. Them folks would have been like, "Hey man, look, we got this button in here, and it's called Sim to End. We finna end this game." Junior, at one point the Cavaliers were up by I was watching that game. At one point they were up by 63 points.
Speaking of retire, you ruin that man legacy.
Nick, I don't know. We discussed I don't think we should discuss that. Guess what, Nick?
What happened?
Kendall probably saw that game. Kendall, the other day, OKC was down from the Grizzlies. What, about 30-some points? Kendall.
They came back. Yep, I saw that.
Nick, these professional players. I know. What that man name? Morant was hurt. But how the hell the folk came back from a 30-point deficit, Nick, and won the game?
He put his house shoes on.
I would been that locker on tussling. I would be like, hey man, bro, y'all made me look bad on national television, bro.
Oh, I know the OKC like that, but damn.
Niggas get up there on that damn sideline, start talking and laughing and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, it is hard to stay focused when you get up big like that. They go from football and basketball, but ain't no way. Because you get lazy, you get comfortable, then you trying to see the team coming back, and you trying to get back into it. Shit, you cold now.
I know. Sitting in front of the fan with your legs keep down the shit.
The Lakers king of blowing big leads and shit.
All right, we're gonna stay within the NBA, but we're gonna be some nostalgia right now. Ken, I hope it isn't gonna open up no old wounds.
What now, Junior?
Here we go.
Nostalgia.
Here we go.
I ain't never know how to say it.
I don't know, y'all. Shout out to All the Smoke again. They were talking about Reggie Miller swung on COVID.
Way too much.
Hey, Kobe ate them punches, but I said, come on, bro. I would have to get my leg back. I would have had to go find Reggie at a summer event or something. I would have had to go.
I forget Reggie Miller was aggravated killer. I was like, because we see Reggie Miller as he is now. He humble, but we forget when he was on the basketball court.
Yeah, he was mean. He was a mean look. Look. He was giving Jordan hell, but
hey, he swung on Jordan too, didn't
he? Yeah, he swung on Jordan. He ain't connect when he swung on Jordan, but I said, damn, Kobe. Look. You know what pissed me off about Kobe sometimes when he be pushing these folks, he have his hands down too much. Like, bro, if you gotta protect yourself, bro. If you all in folks' face. And you pushing folks like, bro, why you got your arms down by your side? That's why when Chris Childs swung up on him. That man ate them punches, but God, dog, put your hands up, man. Something.
Ooh. I like that interview they had with Reg Miller. I'm like, old Reg Miller, because they were talking about
I gotta see that.
when they fought in the with the palace. What they call it? Madison Palace.
Madison the Palace, yeah. I think
And
Brett was there.
and Steph, not Steph, but Steven, what's that man's name? Steven
Steven
Jackson.
Jackson.
Apologized to Reggie Miller, and that was nice though. But he apologized to Reggie Miller saying, "I know you trying to get a championship, but we just reacted."
Them folks mad as hell with Ron Artest.
and they killed him. They right. They said people think that happened. That lasted about 30, 40 some minutes. That I don't know was about 2 or 3 minutes, but he said it was a lot happened
Too much
in 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep.
And they said, what that man name? Ron Artest. They said Ron Artest was at the score table relaxing at one point.
Who was that? Made a world peace.
Yeah. So after the first incident, he was relaxed. Reg Miller said he had him relax. Then something else happened.
No, he was laying on that table.
Yeah, he was laying on the table.
Snapped. Yeah, he was laying on the table.
Then he snapped again. He said he couldn't handle him after that second snap.
Yeah, when that cup came flying, that was it.
That was it.
Hey, Junior, they showed that cup in slow motion. When that cup landed on that man transformed. But look, Steven Jackson, boy, that nigga was in them stands, throwing them hands.
Then he I think he jumped the one. He threw a punch. He leaned in, I think.
No, that was Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal was out there. He was out there knocking folks out. Steven Jackson was too, but I
not like Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine O'Neal did that sliding punch. Let me tell you something. If Jermaine hadn't slipped on that punch, that man been dead, bro. That man was been dead. Jermaine O'Neal be in jail right now.
I would like all of them be in the group. Have they talked about it?
They had that.
But Ben Wallace, all of them.
Yeah, they had that special on Netflix where they, where they kind of talked about it. But then I saw a picture of Ron Artest and Ben Wallace together.
Mm-hmm.
So I was happy to see that because I think, like I said, it was. I know Ben Wallace was mad, but I think that the fans went too far. They did that. It kind of made things much worse.
I remember that like it was yesterday. That shit was crazy, boy. But they be having some good old interviews, special what that man name? Max.
Vernon Maxwell, yeah, Vernon Maxwell, that motherfucker.
Killer, you knew he was that funny, Killer. I ain't knew he was that funny.
That motherfucker, that motherfucker whooped Jordan ass by 5, 6 times. Him and Xavier McDaniel, they beat the shit out of Jordan ass. But look, that was back in the day when them games would take the lead and all this shit. Ain't no footage. Look, if this was today's time, it'd be all type of pictures and shit of look, they got one picture, I think Xavier McDaniel was choking the shit out of Michael Jordan.
Killer, that shit be so funny. I be looking at Steven Jackson and what's the other guy name? I forget. I be looking at they be laughing at their reaction.
Talking about Matt Bourne.
Yeah, when they talk about Maxwell, not Maxwell, Max talking about he look behind, all he sees is that motherfucking shoes in my face. Then after he make the shot on, he gonna pat me on my ass. Talk about good job. Talk about motherfucker, don't pat me on my ass.
Man, don't touch me on my ass no more, man. All these women out here. He said all these women out here. He touch me on my ass, man. Hey, let me tell you something about Jordan, bro. Hearing all these stories and shit. Let me tell you something. I see why all them damn folks were swinging on Jordan because Jordan
was instigate.
Jordan would be saying shit like he'll hit a shot. He'd be like, take that, you little bitch. Something, where my money? Something, you gonna give me my money, whole ass. Like I said, man, look. I was like, man, I see why them folks swinging on Jordan ass. Jordan out of pocket on that court, but look, you couldn't stop him. You couldn't stop him, Joe. You know, the next best thing was to swing on him.
This folks stupid, boy.
Oh man.
Whew, that's why I like all this shit going on before getting into it. I ain't saying they should go out there and swing, but that pushing and shit, hey, shit, we need some of that old NBA back.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
we like
I
a little
started watching.
chickiness.
I started watching the NBA after I saw that. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about here.
Well, I need it to start getting out of hand sometime.
Nah, bro, them folks go with them stands.
You got young niggas in them stadiums now.
Them folks go to the locker room and get them switching.
What you said, Britt? They got the YNs now, Britt.
Uh-huh.
They don't fight no more.
You're gonna be an active shooter in there.
Because they got it in there now. All that security guard and all them devices in there.
Them
That
folks
motherfucker
got
still
that
got
stuff
it in
in
there.
right by them folks.
Ooh. What else we got before we dip out for the night? Y'all got
Jerry,
anything else? Go ahead.
Them folks said you walk past a couple young niggas and they said, they were like, "What's up, twin?" They said, "Just keep on walking."
Keep on walking. Say, twin, I know you.
You know, at that
bro.
age, at that age, they don't got nothing to live for. When you got nothing to live for, you dangerous.
Right.
Folk don't care.
I'm like, you got it, sir. What you said to me? Nah, you got it. You got it, man. Hey, you got it, twin.
Britt, what Bruce said to my I'm a grown that man telling a young kid, yes, sir.
I don't want no problems, sir, mister.
Ooh.
Jerry walk past Jerry, be like, excuse me.
What you said?
It'd be like when you walk past, be like, excuse me.
Excuse me. You all right?
Look,
Yeah, right?
look, I saw YN the other day while I was out working. I said, how you doing today? Fine, sir. I said, how's your day going, sir? Yeah, bet. That's a bet. I'm like, what? I just kept walking. That's a bet. What does that mean?
Means they keep on going.
They keep on going. What if they turn don't care these days?
All right.
They don't care. Well, all right, fellas, we're gonna end it on this note. It was a good conversation. Y'all got some last words?
Fuck the NFL.
NFL fucking up.
Fucking shit. No, fucking up. Ratings already going down and shit, right there.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I know you here. Do something about this shit.
Dwayne Rock Johnson, that motherfucker already enough hot water. He can't do shit.
Rock try to run for president later on.
Ain't that shit.
He gonna fuck up. He gonna fuck up and say some shit. They gonna pull one of them old WWE videos. Goddamn him talking about eating pie and shit. Goddamn that man whole presidential campaign gonna be ruined.
That shit could be worse than Trump.
Ooh, Trump fucking up, but
hey, Brett, they gonna pull that old Nation of Domination footage on The Rock. That motherfucker.
Oh, that nigga. Can they see that? That nigga is not getting elected.
They gonna show him doing that Black Power. They gonna be like, yeah, we seen enough.
That man finna be sitting in front of the judge in a little bit.
All that man donation gonna stop.
You ain't lying.
Sir, or is it true that you have been in the Black Panther?
Can you explain this? They're gonna show that Nation Domination. They're gonna be like, sir, that was wrestling.
Well, all right, fellas. I appreciate y'all. Y'all tune in. Please like and subscribe. And tell your friends. Tell your mom and them. Tell your daddy. Like and subscribe.
Yep.
Next time.
Next time we get on here, we getting controversial. I don't know about what, but find something.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We
See
need to
y'all
have a
later.
sit down.
Okay.
Johnny, ready to go. All right.
All right.